Did you know your emotions can directly influence your financial decisions? Intriguing, isn't it? Welcome to the fascinating world of money psychology, a realm where emotions and finances intermingle. Money, you see, is more than just a medium of exchange or a measure of wealth. It's a potent symbol that can stir up strong emotions. For some, it represents security and freedom, while for others, it might symbolize power and control. But no matter how you perceive it, money has a psychological impact that extends far beyond its economic function. Our emotions can shape our financial behaviors in surprising ways. Think about that surge of joy you feel when you find a great deal, or that pang of fear when the stock market takes a dip. These are emotional responses, and they can drive us to make financial decisions that may not always be in our best interest. The emotional value of money can influence our spending habits, investment choices, and saving strategies. Ever noticed how you might splurge on a luxury item after a hard day at work, or how you might hesitate to invest in a promising opportunity due to fear of loss? That's your emotions at play, nudging you to make financial decisions based on your feelings at that moment. But it doesn't end there. Our emotions can also affect how we perceive and value money. For instance, you might feel a sense of accomplishment when you save money, or a sense of guilt when you spend it. These feelings can shape your attitudes towards money, influencing how you manage your finances. So, understanding the emotional connection to money is vital. It's not about suppressing or ignoring these emotions, but about recognizing them, understanding their origins, and learning how to manage them effectively. This emotional awareness can help us make more rational, informed financial decisions. So having emotions tied to money isn't necessarily a bad thing, but it can lead to some costly decisions. Let's dive into some real-life examples. Ever felt your heart sink at the thought of losing money? You're not alone. Let's take a moment to consider the story of James. James, like many of us, was fascinated by the world of investments. The prospect of making money through smart decisions was appealing, but behind that allure, there was a looming shadow, the fear of losing money. James, swayed by the stories of overnight millionaires and the fear of missing out, plunged headfirst into a high-risk investment. He didn't take the time to understand the market or seek professional advice. The fear of being left behind in the race to riches was a powerful motivator. But as luck would have it, the investment didn't pan out as expected. James found himself facing substantial losses. The fear that had driven him to act hastily had come true. The sinking feeling of seeing his hard-earned money disappear was overwhelming. Now you might be thinking, well, that's just one case. Not everyone makes hasty decisions. And you're right. But let's look at the bigger picture. Fear, as an emotion, has a significant influence on our financial decisions. It often leads us to act impulsively, without considering the potential consequences. We might buy a property because we fear prices will skyrocket, or sell shares because we fear a market crash. We might hold on to money, refusing to invest, because we fear losing it. Each of these decisions, driven by fear, can lead us down a path of financial instability. But fear is not all bad. It can also be a warning signal, a reminder to tread carefully. It's when we let fear control our decisions, rather than inform them, that we run into trouble. The key is to recognize the role of fear in our financial decisions and to manage it effectively. We need to ensure it doesn't lead us astray, causing us to make hasty, ill-informed decisions. The fear of losing money can sometimes lead us to make poor financial decisions. But wait, there's more to this story. The thrill of a new purchase can be exhilarating, but it can also lead us down a dangerous path. Picture this. You've had a long, difficult week and decide to treat yourself. You walk into your favorite store, and before you know it, you've spent more than you'd planned. Sound familiar? This is a tale as old as time, and a classic case of retail therapy. Let's consider the case of Jane. Jane is a hard-working professional who loves the thrill of a new purchase. After a challenging day at work, she would often find herself browsing online stores or walking into physical ones. The sight of a new dress, a shiny gadget, or even a new book would instantly lift her mood. The satisfaction she derived from these purchases was almost therapeutic. But over time, Jane's occasional indulgence turned into a frequent habit. Her joy of spending began to dominate her financial decisions. She found herself buying things she didn't need just for the sake of the instant gratification it brought her. This habit began to take a toll on her finances, Jane found herself knee-deep in credit card debt, with a wardrobe full of clothes she barely wore and gadgets she hardly used. This story of Jane highlights an important aspect of our relationship with money: the influence of happiness or joy on our financial decisions. The happiness derived from a new purchase is often short-lived, yet we repeatedly fall into the trap of retail therapy because of the immediate joy it brings us. But this joy of spending can turn into a financial nightmare if not kept in check. It can lead to impulsive purchases, unnecessary debt, and financial instability. Even though spending money can bring us joy, it's crucial to remember that this joy is often fleeting. On the other hand, the consequences of reckless spending can last much longer. The joy of spending can indeed be a double-edged sword, but how can we balance our emotions and financial decisions? That's what we'll be exploring in our next segment. So stay tuned as we delve deeper into the emotional value of money and how to maintain a healthy balance. Balancing emotions and financial decisions may seem like walking a tightrope, but it's not impossible. It's a journey that requires a bit of finesse, a dash of patience, and a generous sprinkle of self-awareness. Let's dive into some strategies that can help manage those pesky emotions when you're faced with daunting financial decisions. First, we have the art of pausing. Money decisions don't always have to be made on the spot. Take a step back, breathe, and give yourself the luxury of time. This pause allows your emotions to settle, and you can then approach the decision with a clear and focused mind. Secondly, seek professional advice. Financial advisors are not just for the wealthy. They're there to help you navigate financial waters, offering guidance based on expertise and experience. They can act as a buffer between your emotions and your wallet, ensuring that your decisions are sound and beneficial in the long term. Thirdly, set clear financial goals. Having a roadmap not only gives you a sense of direction, but also provides a measure of control over your financial future. When emotions run high, these goals can serve as a beacon, guiding your decisions and keeping you on track. Remember, a balanced approach to your finances can lead to a more secure and stress-free financial future. So don't let your emotions run the show. Instead, master the art of balancing emotions and financial decisions for a more prosperous and serene financial life. So, the next time your emotions start to sway your financial decisions, take a step back and remember these tips. Take a deep breath and consider the emotional value of money. By acknowledging the power of emotions, we can make informed financial choices that serve our best interests. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and share this video with someone who might need it. After all, understanding our emotions can be the key to smarter financial decisions.